Thank you very much there, Smithy, for settling our second herd here this morning, and welcome back to the Blonde River Cutters Futurity Show for 2022 here at St George, Queensland. Thank you very much to the home. Also, thank you to our judges, Terry Burns, Brett Peel and Aaron Stephen Jones. Also, our arena director, Samantha Stepnell, Carl Stepnell in the backyards and the boys as well. And also, thank you to our timekeeper, Reg Nolan. And also our show secretary, Nadine McKenna, and our live stream and videographer, Ray Cooper from Just Cuttin'. So welcome back our viewers at home that are watching it in their living room. Thank you very much to our supporting businesses, the Australian Hotel, Sunkist, Quarter Horse Stud, Foresight, also Mavericks Western Wear, Gidgee Eyewear, Cinch Australia, Double J Quarter Horses, Agrimix, and also Brett and Joy Peachy. As we're going to move into our second herd of the Open Classic Challenge, go round number 2, brought to us by our friends at Foresight. We'll see the final of this event on Thursday afternoon. The top 15 will qualify for that final. That'll feature on Thursday afternoon. So our high marking so far, 221. That was set by Phil Dawson with I Won't Back Down. And he's also the aggregate leader right now, a 4:43 over the 2 rounds. So good luck to our competitors in herd number 2 today. So Phil Smith, Warwick Screen, Mark Buttsworth, Aaron Wheatley. That'll be our first 4 to show in herd number 2. So let's get the party started once again and watch some great show horses in our Open Classic Challenge. Go round number 2, brought to us by Foresight. So we get set for Phil Smith from Gundawindi. He's going to be first to go. This will be Dancing in Memphis. Owned by the Garrison Quarter Horse Stud, this one. So Dancing in Memphis, a mare that was sired by Tap Dancing Cat out of Southern Magic. Was bred by the Garrison Quarter Horse Stud. That's going to be our first one to go in herd number 2. So good luck to Phil Smith here this morning in our Open Classic Challenge, go round number 2. Brought to us by friends at Foresight. All aiming to be back in that top 15 final that'll feature this Thursday. Also today we'll see the Open Derby go round number 2 of that event. There'll be 4 herds in that event. There's 4 herds in our Open Classic, but let's watch number 14 on the draw. Thank you very much there, Phil. That was Phil Smith from Gundawindi. That was Dancing in Memphis, owned by the Garrison Quarter Horse Stud. That was a mare that was side by Tap Dancing Cat out of Southern Magic. So next up we'll move to Warwick's Green, Mark Buttsworth, Aaron Wheatley, then Danny Ticknell. That'll be our next 4. Here today in our Open Classic Challenge, go round number 2, brought to us by our friends at Foresight.
I'm 15, I ain't green like some old 10-year-old. What I wouldn't give to be 16, wild and free, cruising up and down Main in my F-150. Roll the windows down, bass too loud from this burned CD. I'll be right where I wanna be when I'm 16. 16.
Well, a round of applause for Phil Smith today. 223, ladies and gentlemen, on his round 2 marking. That'll give him a 435 over the 2 rounds in the aggregate. 435. So we'll move to Warwick's Green's going to be next to go. Number 15 on the draw. We'll take this time to thank you to Cinch Australia. Cinch products are cultivated through the hard work and dedication with all involved. Cinch strives to offer quality, stylish attire that is great fit today. Cinch continues to create fashion-forward products for men, women and children that are of superior quality. Initiative and lifestyle Pacific jeans are the hallmark of the brand, which also include outerwear, shirts and many accessories. Make sure you follow Cinch Australia on Facebook, Instagram and TikTok. Let's watch the man from Scone, New South Wales, number 15 on the draw, Warwick Green with I'm Smooth, owned by Miss Michaela O'Haran. That's where we're looking at right now. This one being a mare that was side by Smooth as a Cat out of Bon Jovet. Was bred by Gavin and Rowena Yates. It's our next one to cross the Showtime line here this morning in our Open Classic Challenge. Go round number 2, brought to us by Foresight. All eyes glued on Warwick's Green right now, and next competitor to showcase. This is number 15.
In search of something I'd never seen before, the kind of vision splendid banjo saw, with a fresh roll in my camera and an eye for things unique. I left my mobile phone at home and went out back for a week. I stood beneath let my imagination run way back to the great Shearer stride of 91. And as it quietly contemplated
Thank you very much there, Warwick. That was Warwick's Green from Scone, New South Wales. That was I'm Smooth, owned by Miss Michaela O'Halloran. That was a mare that was signed by Smooth as a Cat out of Bon Jovi. Next up, we're going to move to, we'll have our next four to show. We'll have Mark Buttsworth, Aaron Wheatley, Danny Ticknell, and Amelia Servin. That'll be our next four today. Now, Open Classic Challenge, go around number 2, brought to us by Foresight.
I've been known to cause a few breakups, and I've been known to cause a few births.
So 213 on that showing. There for Warwick, 213.
Or get you fired from work.
For a total of 393 over the 2 rounds. 393. So we'll now move to Mark Buttsworth. It's going to be next to go. Man that makes his home at Kingaroy. This is the one they call Peppy Filaire, owned by Tom Strawn. It's won a mare side by Ebis Filaris out of Yulgabara. O Peppy Roy was bred by Buttsworth out of Kingaroy. So next one to watch right now. So good luck to Mark Buttsworth here on our Monday morning in our Open Classic Challenge, go round number 2. Also, thank you very much to Double J Quarter Horses, where mare power matters. Based in Kapunda, South Australia, we pride ourselves on producing quality quarter horses for cow horse industry. Get in touch with our agents, Lincoln Brat or Dean Holden today. We'll find out what stock we have available for sale.
Got blamed at your wedding reception for your best man's embarrassing
My darling, I have wronged you. Down the devil's path I have roamed. Regret, sadness, and sorrow. Now in my soul have found a home. My sweet Caroline, from your loving arms I've strayed. In your heart may you find dear forgiveness, I pray. A fool to temptation, oh, I surely played. I come to you now for salvation. Have mercy in love's name. My sweet Caroline, from your loving arms I've strayed. In your heart may you find dear forgiveness, I pray. The chilling cry of sin's wrath sings like thunder through my head. I find no rest now, no comfort in a cold dark.
Thank you very much there, Butsy. That was Mark Buttsworth. From Kingaroy, that was Peppy Filaire, owned by Tom Strawn. That was a mare that was signed by Ebis Filaris out of Yulgabara, O Peppy Roy. So our next four to show today, we'll have Aaron Wheatley, then we'll have Danny Ticknell, then Amelia Servin, then Corey Holden. That'll be our next four today in our Open Classic. Brought to us by our friends at Foresight.
I kinda changed my direction. Lord, I guess I went and broke their family tradition. They get on me, wanna know, Hank, why do you drink? Hank, why do you roll smoke? Why must you live out
So 219 for that round marking, with a total of 435 over the 2 rounds there for Mark Buttsworth. 435 over the 2 rounds. So we'll now move to Aaron Wheatley's going to be next to go from Corimba, Victoria. Number 17 on the draw. This is Spoonful of Hope, owned by the TriStar Quarter Horse Stud out of Loxley, Victoria. So next one to go today. Spoonful of Hope, a mare that was side by Coonamarra Spoonful of Badge out of Chickasha Hope, was bred by Karen and Claus Troon.
Disagree, she was always asking me, are you a man or a mouse? Now that she's gone, she probably thinks that I'm home just a moving around the house. She probably thinks that she's the one thing I just couldn't get along without. Well, wouldn't it surprise her? I got a sympathizer as long as these bottles hold out. Well, I'm sitting on the bar stool acting like a darn fool. That's what I'm doing today. And I'm sitting here drinking, trying to keep from thinking I'm losing my troubles away. And I couldn't make her stay. Well, doggone her anyway. She can't say that I didn't try. Pour me another one. I'm finished with the other one. I'm drinking my baby goodbye.
That was Aaron Wheatley right there from Corimba, Victoria. That was Spoonful of Hope, owned by the TriStar Quarter Horse Stud. Did leave a working area before time, so will be a 0. So Spoonful of Hope was side by Coonamarra Spoonful of Badge out of Chickasha Hope. So our next 4 to go, we'll see Danny Ticknell, and we'll have Amelia Servin, Corey Holden, then Dean Rogan. So that'll be a total of 210 over the 2 rounds there for Aaron. 210 over the 2 rounds. So thank you very much to Agrimix, Science, Integrity and Results. Renovate, renovate, renovate. Replace pastures now. If you have the soil mixture, renovate a paddock now with Pro Guards and Agrimix's pasture blends. Call Rod Linky on 0428 288 311. Let's watch Danny Ticknell next to go from Roman, number 18 on the draw. This is Calinda Lots of Lace, owned by Tom Strawn. It's the one we're looking at right now, Calinda Lots of Lace. This one is a mare that was side by Smarty's High Card out of Tassa's Police and was bred by Darren and Jennifer Rafton.
There's a plane flying out of here tonight. Destination New Orleans. Boss man says my big promotion's on the line. He says that's right where I need to be. Lately I've been on the road more than I've been home. All this leaving her alone is killing me. And holding her right now has got me right where I need to be. Where when I hear her, I can see her, I can smell her sweet perfume. I can feel her skin against me when I sleep. Where I won't miss her, I can kiss her anytime that I want to. Yeah, that's right where I need to be. Yeah, that's right where I need to be. Wow. There's a plane flying out of here tonight with an empty first class seat. 'Cause I finally got all my priorities in line. I'm right where I need to be. Where when I hear her, I can see her, I can smell her sweet perfume. I can feel her skin against me when I sleep.
Thank you very much there, Danny. That was Danny Ticknell from Roma, Queensland. That was Clinda Lots of Lace, owned by Tom Strawn. That was a mare that was signed by Smarty's High Card at a Tassa Felice. So our next four to show, we'll see Amelia Servan, then we'll have Corey Holden, Dean Rogan, then Phil Dawson. That'll be our next four today.
Tired of my beeper, tired of my phone, tired of this tired old tie I got on. Sick of this traffic jam that I'm in. We all get sick of it all now and then. When I've had it up.
So 192 for that showing there, 192.
To guitars, tiki
For a total of 406 over the 2 rounds. 406 over the 2 rounds. So we'll now move to Amelia Servan's going to be next to go from Barrabar, New South Wales. Also locking the dates of the Darling Downs Cutting Club Futurity show at the Dolby Equestrian Centre in Dolby, Queensland. That'll be the 10th to the 17th of September. Entries close this Wednesday, so get your entries in. This is Amelia Servan from Barrabar. This is Stylish Tin Lady, owned by Campbell Tompkin. It's the one we're looking at right now. This one's a mare that was signed by Heavy Metal out of QXH. Benita Stylish was bred by the Tompkin family.
Never seen a key. Sick of this grind, and I think that I ought to bring this grind to a grind. He wore that cowboy hat to cover up his horns. Sweet talking forked tongue had a tempting charm. Before I turned around, that girl was gone. All I can say is, bartender, pour me something strong. Here's to the past, they can kiss my glass. I hope she's happy with him. Here's to the girl who wrecked my world, that angel who did me in. I think the devil drives a coupe de ville. I watched him drive away over the hill, not against her will. I've got time to kill down in Broken Heartsville. It was long and chrome sitting in the lot. Fire engine red, that thing was hot. He revved it up, she
Thank you very much there, Amelia. That was Amelia Serban from Barrabar, New South Wales. That was Stylish Tin Lady, owned by Campbell Tompkin. So Stylish Tin Lady being a mare that was side by Heavy Metal out of QXH, Benita's Stylish. So our next four we'll see today, we'll see Corey Holden, Dean Rogan, Phil Dawson, then Lincoln Vrat. That'll be our next four. So 217 there for Amelia, 217 on that round 2 marking. Which will be a total of 424 over the 2 rounds, 424 over the 2 rounds. So we'll now move to Corey Holden from Cobra and Victoria is going to be next to go. Also, the Wild Horse Cutting is coming your way not too far away from the 21st to the 25th of September, celebrating 25 years of the Wild Horse Cutting. That's going to be at Rolleston, Queensland. So make your way to the Rolleston for the Wild Horse Cutting for 2022. So Corey Holden is our next competitor to watch here today. This will be Tiki Blues, owned by Michael Smith. So next one to go, Tiki Blues being a mare that was side by Bobby's Chisholm out of Top Cat Blues and was bred by Michael Smith.
A girl I do recall. She was as tough as she was tall. We used to dance every song. Lord, we held each other all night long. She used to call me her honey baby. I called her my misbehaving. I wonder if she's still around and if she's out there misbehaving. I miss misbehaving. Yeah, I miss misbehaving. I've settled down now, but sometimes I miss misbehaving.
Thank you there, Corey. That was Corey Holden from Cobra and Victoria. That was Tiki Blues, owned by Michael Smith. That was a mare that was side by Bobby's Chisholm out of Top Cat Blues. So our next four to go, we'll have Dean Rogan, Phil Dawson, Lincoln Vrat and Dean Holden. We've got about 6 more to go in this herd before we'll change out the herd. So welcome to our viewers at home. They're watching in their living room, or if you're at work on your phone or your tablet, good morning or good afternoon, wherever you are.
Still I think about the years since I first met you, and the way it might have been without you here. I don't know if works for me.
So 211 there for Corey, 211, so that'll be a total of 422 over the 2 rounds, 422 over the 2 rounds. So So we'll now move to Dean Rogan's going to be next to go from Casino. Also locking the dates of the Victorian Futurity. It'll be held down there at Bungalong, Victoria. That'll be from the 27th of September to the 2nd of October. As I hear, it's a nice resort, and they've got a nice bank there they're holding a lot of events around that area at Bungalong and that Pacific venue, so it's going to be something great and a new Victorian Futurity home. But let's watch Dean Rogan right now. Number 21, this is Rock and Drive, owned by Mark Summers out of Bendemeer. This is Rock and Drive. A gelding that was sired by High Drive Cat out of Rock and Oak and was bred by the Ripplebrook Stud.
Buddy. Come on, boys, quit looking at me like I lost my mind. You'd all give up your honky-tonkin' for a gal like mine. Is she a looker? I'd say so. She wrote the book from head to toe. Am I hooked? Yeah, buddy, you got that right. She's a queen of my Saturday nights. No ifs, no maybes, I'm her beau. She's my baby. This Texas wine is a Mississippi buddy. Do I love that gal? Yeah, buddy. Met her mama? No, not yet. Am I gonna? Yeah, you bet. Is she the one? Yeah, buddy, you got that right. She's a queen of my Saturday nights. No ifs and no maybes, I'm her beau. She's my baby. This Texas wine is a Mississippi muddy. Do I love that gal? Yeah, buddy. Do I love that gal? Yeah, buddy.
Thank you very much, Sir Dean. That was Dean Rogan from Casino, New South Wales. That was Rock and Drive, owned by Mark Summers. So that was a gelding that was sired by High Drive Cat out of Rock and Oak. So our next four to show, we'll see Phil Dawson, Lincoln Vraght, Dean Holden, then Jackson Gray, then Dean Holden. So about five more to show in herd number 2 of the Open Classic Challenge, go round number 2.
And life is a trip. You don't know where you're going till you know where you're at. And if you can't read the stars, well, you better have a map, a compass and a conscience, so you don't get lost at sea or on some old lonely island where no one wants to be.
So marking a 202 on that showing, 202, which will give Dean a total of 414 over the 2 rounds, 414 over the 2 rounds. So we get set for Phil Dawson's going to be next to go. Makes his home at Bingara, New South Wales. This is Shines Like Metallic, owned by the Bell J Performance Horses there at Colston Lakes here in Queensland. So our next one to go, this being a stud horse that we're about to see. Shines Like Metallic, a side by Metallic Cat out of Stylish in Time, was bred by the Peter Shakespeare Family Trust. So next one to go here today. Also, to keep up the NCHA, check out their website at ncha.com.au for results, events and standings, or their social media page on Facebook as well.
racing down to Santa Fe to ride a bull in a rodeo. He's hooked on a feeling, addicted to a natural high. Don't know why it's appealing, all he knows is he's got to ride. He's addicted to danger, ruled by passion and pride. To pain and fear he's no stranger, but his lust needs to be satisfied. Hooked on an 8-second ride. Getting up, down and back of the chutes makes that rosin burn. He's got his spurs on the heels of his boots. He's at the point of no return. Climbing over that chute gate, he settles down inside. The tension's rising, but he can't wait until they turn that bull outside. He's addicted to danger, ruled by passion and pride. To pain and fear he's no stranger, but his lust needs to be satisfied. Hooked on an 8-second ride.
Thank you very much there, Phil. That was Phil Dawson from Bingara, New South Wales. That was Shines Like Metallic, owned by the Bell J Performance Horses. So that was a stud horse that was sired by Metallic Cat at a Stylish in Time. So we've got 4 more to show. We'll have Lincoln Pratt, then we'll have Dean Holden, Jackson Gray, and then Dean Holden. So 4 more to go in this herd. Now, Open Classic Challenge, go round number 2.
I'd box up those empty long necks and stack them in the back and make a hand. Then at night she'd let me sneak out of
So 212 there for Phil, 212.
Yes, I have stacks
Which will be a total of 410 over the 2 rounds, 410. So we'll get set up for Lincoln Brat's going to be next to go. Also, some to our new cutting fans or viewers at home, the rules of the game: the horse and rider has 2.5 minutes to work 2 or 3 beasts and keep them from returning to the herd. The body of cattle situated at the working end of the arena, is entered by the contestant, and 1 beast in turn separated and moved to the front of the herd at the contestant's discretion. Once split from the other cattle, the selected beast is worked by the horse, its rider setting his or her hand on the horse's neck and only using his or her feet to assist the horse in its job. This is where more than 2 years of training comes into the equation. So we're going to get set up for Lincoln Brat's going to be next to go, the man from Perga. It's the one they call EB's Dig This Cat, owned by Paul Johnson and Di Jones, this one. Next one to watch here today, EB's Dig This Cat is where we're looking at. This one a gelding side by Cat in a Hat out of EB's Digit, was bred by the Avocado Stud out of Glen Innes, New South Wales.
There's a barroom with a corner stage and a honky-tonk crowd. I played every beer joint tavern from New York City out to Pasadena.
So all eyes glued on Lincoln Brat right now. Our next competitor, our 4th last competitor in herd number 2. The Open Classic Challenge, go round number 2. If there's any scratchings, also please contact Nadine McKenna directly at the Secretary's box, and then she'll get back to myself and the arena director to update that information to the judges as well. But let's watch Lincoln Brat, EB's Dig This Cat.
hadn't said a word all night, but the wheels are turning in her mind. Now I was riding shotgun, and I knew things had gone right. Just as soon as she dropped me off at the side of the road, and she let that gravel fly. Now I'm walking in the moonlight, seeing nothing but the tail lights, and that's a pair of tail lights I may never see again. She hit me with her left and right, showing me nothing but the tail lights. That's about as lonely as a highway's ever been. Back here with my thumb out in the wind. Was it something that I did to her, or the things I never said? I wonder if the way we were was only in my head. Now if I even make it back to town before the sun comes up, I'm gonna hit every parking spot around till I find that pickup truck. Now I'm talking in the moonlight, seeing nothing but the tail lights, and that's a pair of tail lights I may never see again. She hit me with her left and right, showing me nothing but the tail lights. That's about as lonely as a highway has ever been. Back here with my thumb out in the wind. Well, I'll bet right now she's laughing at how she brought me to my knees, but she won't be laughing half as loud when she gives me back my keys. She'll be walking in the moonlight.
Thank you very much, Sir Lincoln. That was Lincoln Verard from Perga, Queensland. That was EB's Dig This Cat, owned by Paul Johnston and Di Jones.
Like birds on a high line.
So EB's Dig This Cat was a gelding that was signed by Cat in a Hat at EB's Digit. So we've got two more to go. We've got a scratching there, judges. Girl Without Limits is a scratching. So Dean Holden and Jackson Gray will wind things down in this herd. So any scratchings, please, their competitors, breeders or trainers, please contact Nadine McKenna ASAP directly, and then she'll inform our arena director and myself about those scratchings. So 217 there for Lincoln, 217. That'll be a total of 431 over the 2 rounds. 431 over the 2 rounds. Well, let's watch the man from Seymour. Number 24 on the draw. This is Dean Holden with Stylish Player, owned by Chris Ware and Jody Mearns. It's the one we're looking at right now, Stylish Player. This one's a mare that was side by two-time and Playboy out of Tell Me I'm Stylish and was bred by Ivan and Amanda Ross.
Song of the South, sweet potato pie and I shut my mouth. Gone with the wind, there ain't nobody looking back again. Cotton on the roadside, cotton in the ditch. We all picked the cotton, but we never got rich. Daddy was a veteran, a Southern Democrat. They ought to get a rich man to vote like that, singing song of the South, sweet potato pie and I shut my mouth. Gone with the wind, there ain't nobody looking back again. Well, somebody told us Wall Street fell, but we were so poor that we couldn't tell. Cotton was short and the weeds were tall, but Mr. Roosevelt is gonna save us all. Well, Mama got sick and Daddy got down. The county got the farm and they moved to town. Pa bought a washing machine and then a Chevrolet. Sing it, song of the South, sweet potato pie and I shut my mouth. Gone with the wind, there ain't nobody looking back again. Play it. Singing song of the South, sweet potato pie and I shut my mouth.
Thank you very much there, Dean. That was Dean Holden from Seymour, Victoria. That was Stylish Player, owned by Chris Ware and Jody Mearns. That was signed by two-time and Playboy out of Tell Me I'm Stylish. So we've got one more to go before we change out the herd. Will be Jackson Gray. So Dean Holden with Girl Without Limits will be a scratching that last one in our second herd. But Jackson Gray is going to be our next competitor to watch and our last competitor in herd number 2.
I've been listening to y'all all night. I'm sure you're good old boys. I ain't one for complaining, but that racket you're playing ain't nothing.
So 215 there for Dean. 215. Which will be a total of 437 over the 2 rounds. 437, so that'll put him about second in the aggregate right now. So 437 in the aggregate. So move to Jackson Gray, number 25 on the draw, makes his home at Perga. So what we're looking at, Kinda Smart, the name of this one. So a mare that was signed by Jill Smart Ray out of Some Kind Style, was bred by Phil and Loren Gray. Good to see Cameron and Megan made your way here. Good to see you. Good morning. It's pretty bad when you know everyone nowadays, isn't it? Just spot you a mile away. So let's watch Jackson Gray, number 25 on our draw. Our last competitor in herd number 2 of the Open Classic Challenge. Go round number 2, brought to us by Foresight.
But I ain't never been hurt like this. All the times I've been thrown. You know a woman can mess up a man to where he ain't thinking
This is Jackson Gray, number 25 on the draw. Kinda Smart, the name of this one.
I change my tune, or there might be a fight. I wanna hear some Baby, all I got is this beat up leather bag. And everything I own don't fill up half. But don't you worry about the way I pack. All I care about is getting back real soon. A goodbye kiss is all I need from you. 'Cause I'm carrying your love with me, West Virginia down to Tennessee. I'll be moving with the good Lord's speed, carrying your love with me. It's my strength for holding on. Every minute that I have to be gone, I'll have everything I'll ever need. I'm carrying your love with me. On a lonely highway, stuck out in the rain. Darling, all I have to do is speak your name. The clouds roll back and the waters part. The sun starts shining in my heart for you. You're right there in everything I do. 'Cause I'm carrying your love with me, West Virginia down to Tennessee. I'll be moving with a good Lord's speed,
Thank you very much there, Jackson. That was Jackson Gray from Perga, Queensland. That was Kinda Smart, owned by Mrs. Loren Gray. That was a mare that was sired by Jewel Smart Ray out of Some Kind Style. Well, a round of applause for those competitors in herd number 2 there, ladies and gentlemen, of the Open Classic Challenge. Go round number 2. So we'll get that final score. Update you with round score and aggregate there for Jackson. So 209 there for Jackson, 209 for a total of 425 over the 2 rounds. 425 there for Jackson, 425. Well, time to stretch your legs. Go and grab yourself some morning tea or a coffee or tea as well, a biscuit as well. Or you can head on over and see KC Salary and Mavericks Western Wear as well in their trading stalls. If we can have the Jackson Gray herd settling team to please be on standby, that'll be greatly appreciated. We'll be